Yeah, thank you very much. We're about to get into this one. And Hugo, I mean, I don't know about you, but I haven't actually seen much of this North squad since the change. I'm really excited to see how Valdez going to fare now that he's in that IGL role. You know, I have been looking at the numbers. I have seen a few performances. Seems like he's now someone who's kind of, you know, mid-tier of the board. And you know, for me, in a lot of the wins that we've seen North had, you have kind of had Yugi up towards the top of the board, but the consistency hasn't really been there for him yet.
Well, the big test is how this team comes up against the best teams, well, in the world, and more specifically, Na'Vi being one of them, the best team in the group. We'll see how North are going to fare in this first best of 3 of the day. It is Overpass where we start things off. On the T side for North, as they slowly but surely close the distance towards the A site, Na'Vi will bring in some re-aggression with Simple pushing up long, and it couldn't be better timed because Na'Vi, 3 players on A right now, and North about to burst. Electronic's going to get smoked. He does manage to block it. I don't know if that'll make a huge difference anyway. It might assist the rotations here from Na'Vi. North are trying to move in close. Simple's going to try and catch him from long, but he fails. Luckily enough, Zeus with 3 out of nowhere. The pistol tapping down North, and he has just locked it down alongside Edward and Electronic. Na'Vi, what a way to start things off. The in-game leader shutting it down.
Yeah, you know, they're not wanting to have a slow start today. And,
yeah, I mean, this is my new EDM track.
Yeah, man, it's sounding good. It's sounding good.
I hope this isn't going out to the stream.
And if it is, it's... Oh, there we go.
Thanks,
there we
guys.
go. It's gone. It's gone.
Well, that just threw everything out the window.
Yeah.
Let's carry on. Pistols in for North.
Yeah, you know, everyone's in asking for some new songs, so we just trialed one there. I hope everyone enjoyed it.
Suckle on my lips, so sweet. No, I won't. Yeah. That's in my nightmares.
I've listened to it so many times and I still don't know a single one of the words.
Suckle on my lips so sweetly. That's all I know.
What does that mean?
I don't know. Find out later, after the break. No. Pistols up on A. Na'Vi have no idea that North have just crept up long right now. Electronic, he's trying to lay waste to these Danes, and on the site he may be able to, but Zeus has dropped. That's an all given over, and the bomb plant's in. Electronic's gone down. This is falling apart here. This is a full block round for North, and they're in a 3-on-3 with guns picked up. Can they get away from Simple with the SMG? No. He'll lock down AZ, dropping the AUG, and now it's just left to the Glocks.
But Kirby, he's been able to find an AUG. He doesn't have armor, however, so the aim punch there sends his aim into the sky. But that round still gets a little uncomfortable for Na'Vi. The bomb plant found for North. They lose a couple of players as well on the Na'Vi side. So all in all, a good round there for the Dades, considering they came into that with just vanilla pistols across the board. They're now going to be looking to have a very good buy here, heading into this first rifle round from the North squad.
And obviously casualties, that won't make a huge difference to Na'Vi. They upgrade those SMGs at the end of the round. But yeah, I mean, you know, obviously you're not always going to be controlling long A, and that's one of the few examples of when you don't control it and the opponents send 5 players up sneaking towards the A site. North, they get a lot out of that round, but that's never going to be consistent with a Glock round like that. Na'Vi just lacking the info. Not expecting North to hit long after they didn't in the pistol round, and now it's back towards B with a lot of utility.
Oh, a little triple stack onto the boost. Zeus was heading that way, so they might have been attempting to throw a boost in. Quite lucky that they decided against it until a bit later on in the round. Those nades don't really find anything, and actually it will be Na'Vi sitting with this man advantage. North having to slow right down. This attempt at, you know, showing their hand over towards B, trying to find something off the nade stack, you know, just trying to test the waters here really hasn't worked out for North. Sat now a man down, and the only player they're able to find, Flamey, he was on the MP9 into this round. So, you know, a 1-for-2 trade in that situation is fantastic for Na'Vi. They're going to take that all day long. And I mean, Yugi, you know, he still doesn't have head armor, obviously. He went for this AUG buy, so he's going to be very vulnerable to these AUGs as he tries to open up down here towards B. Lying in wait inside of the site will be Zeus and Edward. And North, with no map control anywhere else, they are very much relegated down towards this side of the map. There really isn't an option to rotate if you're North. You don't know if Connector's clear. You don't know if they tried to aggress down through long. So you've just got to commit to this B bomb site. Ooh. They have been able to open up and take down Zeus. Now these rotations coming in, and it's Simple up in heaven, keeping an eye on this cross from the pillar. This is a hard angle to check if you're North. Missed shot from Simple initially. They do manage to get into the bomb site and get this bomb down. So now a 3v3 with bomb planted, a chance for North to recover this one.
Oh, and Edward, he'll start things off. The retake back in the advantage of Na'Vi. And I mean, this never would have been a bomb down. Edward missed the flash that was supposed to set Zeus up to peek pillar side. Luckily enough, that flash will be far better this time from Na'Vi. And they will blind Yugi. Taking him down will be electronic. 2 kills, and the retake's there for Na'Vi. Yeah, I mean, if that flash lands from Edward initially and Zeus peeks onto the pillar, Kiebi won't kill him. Or at least shouldn't kill him. He would have been blind from it. And I don't think we would have even had North get a bomb plant there. Very lucky that they do. They get a bit of money, but it's still a clean start from Na'Vi, yet to drop one on their CT side.
And one of the things, you know, that for me with this change in North, you know, removing Cadian, putting Valda in the IGL role and bringing in Yugi is, you know, you've got Valda who's now having to IGL. Obviously, was kind of the star of this team before, so that in and of itself is already a huge change. But usually, you kind of see IGLs elect to keep maybe a similar style of play to the man who was in the hot seat before. You can't really do that here because Yugi, very different AWPer to the kind of AWPer Cadian was back in that role, right? So there's been 2 massive identity changes for this North squad, and I'm imagining that, you know, if you're Valda in that position, you've had to rebuild a lot of this from scratch.
And they've not exactly had a lot of time to do that, Harry. That's the biggest issue. Fast B play, though, for Pistols on North. Zeus already locking it down. Edward's blind, and he will get taken. Now that's the AWP gifted over. Another chance potentially for North on one of these pistol rounds. They will trade fairly. Yugi in a 1-on-3 is decent, but the bomb plant would have made all the difference for North. They would have loved that money. Now it's just Yugi, and he won't be able to find it. Electronic taking him down from heaven. And Na'Vi, this is looking damn good so far. They're just trading effectively, and all seem to be on the same page, 4-0. North haven't really had too much stake into any of these rounds, with the exception of, honestly, I'd say probably their most convincing situation was that 3-on-3 when they had Glocks.
Yeah, and obviously, I was going to say, if you weren't able to catch the first few weeks of the Pro League, Na'Vi, they were kind of the one real big upset that we felt, I would say, right? Being in that 2nd, 3rd place slot, having G2 top their group, that was very unexpected. And so for Na'Vi, this is the last chance, as they were touching on the desk, to make an appearance at a big event, I believe before Cologne. So they really are going to look to come into this guns blazing, and they certainly aren't disappointing right now. North trying to take control of Connector, but Electronic is posted up, and this is something they haven't had to deal with. It's a 1-for-1 trade. They lose Kiebi, but Valda is able to cement a 4v4 at the very least. Connector control now taken for North, and this is the first time in this map thus far, really, that we've seen them elect to make that kind of claim early on, post themselves up, clear this portion of the map. Simple. Spotting a few players down towards short, and that's been enough to tempt Edward away from that B bomb site. He's now rotating up. If North commit to this, they could be running into 3 players. Actually, Edward going to decide to stick around a bit longer, now beginning that rotation. Zeus is holding close. He's been flashed in.
Ooh, did he see him?
I don't think he did.
And that's misinformation. Na'Vi now think that this A site is somewhat empty, or at least for the time being. Simple's posted on long, but North are closing the distance from short. 35 seconds. Ollie going out from Simple. Here's when the push is going to start to come through. Edward needs to rotate back up because Na'Vi moved him down towards the site earlier on. The bomb has been dropped, though, and this is going well for Na'Vi once again. Simple, he has control over that package, and Edward will swing wide to take down AZ. This is perfect for Na'Vi. Another 3-on-1. Yugi left alone. If there was any time to show us what he can do in this AWP, this would be it. But 10 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, that's the real problem for him. They're even trying to hunt. They want to get this AWP out of his hands if they can. And as his time is ticking down, Yugi, he could be in real danger. If he goes down after the time, that is a disaster. What? They've gone by him, and actually, Flamey, not aware that he was over in the toilets. Not really sure what happened there. It looked like Yugi should have never gotten away with the AWP, but he does manage to hold on to it at the very least. I think
Flamey caught like a 1 or 2 second timing where Yugi walked just out of the toilets and scoped up inside of them. And I guess, if you're Flamey, why would Yugi still be in toilets? He was using it as cover, but maybe not assuming that he was still so close. They'd lost track of him, but it doesn't seem to matter, Harry. It's still a 5-0 lead. Na'Vi are not going to be worried. Another buy from North as they do have their AWP, most importantly, and Yugi's had enough. He's going fast in towards water, through the smoke. Nade is good for Na'Vi, but Yugi's set up and in position. Na'Vi doing a great job of not giving up picks towards B, but more specifically flashing into every fight they take. So no one giving Yugi a kill here as he waits outside of this B bomb site, because at any point, if he does get the frag, they can just burst in. They're already outside of Monster, set up and ready to go.
And this is what I mean by the complete identity change from North. You know, you wouldn't have normally seen Cadian being that man on the AWP, leading the charge into bomb sites. Yugi, you know, does fit that role a lot better. So he gets posted up towards short and will find Zeus on the back of it. Na'Vi trying to flash in, trying to retake control of this short position, or at least make sure that Yugi hasn't crept any further forward. Electronic in the meantime, he's got his backpack on. He's going trekking all the way down through long. You get so much information from this. Now, Kyobi's still in connector, but he's going to start to head back down, try and supplement this B-side take. Edward has been deleted. It's Flamey on the barrels, in with 2. Simple's going to help him out. Yugi and Kyobi both left over at short. And the brakes have very much been applied. The door gets open. Yugi, did he not hear that? Did he not hear Electronic? He's going to go back and check it, but blindsided there by the man appearing from Connector. Na'Vi, they might lose those first 2 fights. Things were looking so good. They were sat in a 5v3, but Flamey and Simple dismantling that play-in through Monster makes the round possible.
Yeah, it's that aggression from Electronic so far up on long, and right after Na'Vi lose the first player in the pit, they just go, okay, we've got long, we know there's some players outside of B, let's just rotate Simple down, and he's able to trade effectively alongside Flame, as you say, on the barrels. So, I mean, Na'Vi, this is well, not only great, but it's what we wanted to see, Harry. Like, there's no way Na'Vi should not be going through to Montpellier in this group. They are the most solid roster. They are the most proven. They're the only team, as said on the desk, that hasn't been making roster changes. So we expect to see them potentially take this top spot. And right now, 6-0 up against North on the first map. It's certainly looking good.
Yeah, the one thing I think if you were North coming into this, and this is something once again the desk did touch on, is you hope that you got that kind of classic slow start from Na'Vi.
Yeah.
And no, it seems like they've come into this really ready to go.
It's a best of 3, Harry. They're always ready.
It's certainly feeling like it right now. And I mean, it doesn't really help that over on the North side of things, we see them find these openers. They might have been doing a few things right here and there. You know, really that last round is the only one that springs to mind where they're actually able to sit in a man advantage. And it looked like finally the pieces of the puzzle had maybe fallen into place. And then it was just a real big step up, especially from Flamey over at the barrels in the round prior to find the double. If he goes down there, Simple from Heaven would have been very limited in terms of what he can do. But the fact that we're already having, you know, key players for Na'Vi stepping up and North not really showing too much signs of promise, at least initially, is a bit of a worrying sign for this series. Now, obviously, still early days. We're map 1, we're 7 rounds in. Na'Vi, though, 3 players early on were out in middle. They took the aggression, didn't see anything. Now these smokes start to rain out from North. That's a missed toilet smokes there. Wow. Good damage found, though, through the smoke, all things considered. Na'Vi going to be falling back into this A side of things. Zeus has gone aggressive down through short. And Na'Vi, you've got to give them credit. They've been so good at finding these areas where North don't reside and getting the information on the back of it. Zeus getting so much from this area over towards short. And that facilitates this 3-man hold inside of the A bomb site. So if you're North, you're going to be struggling to break this one down.
Oh, Electronic, he's got a bit of an angle. As that smoke fades, he might be able to get some info. He spots him, but the flash hits him at the same time. They won't check the corner, and he only gets 1. Actually doubles it, takes his teammate as well. Not what he hoped for, and Simple will get blindsided from the sidelines. AZ with the pistol getting that kill. 3 on 2, but the trade's back. Zeus on that short flank, and he's dropped the bomb. 7 seconds, they've got to get the plant, and they will. Valdi's just got it down in the last second. Zeus waiting to see, and now he's realized he's got to go for the clutch.
Oh, they double peek into him. Valdet will be there to cement that first round for North. Electronic, he gets very unlucky. I didn't even realize which one of his teammates he killed. While he was strafing, there was a man in the corner at a truck, right? You know, the little cubby you can hide in. And I think it was just one stray bullet from the fact he was moving while spraying, flies off and then catches his teammate.
It would have been an assist as well, I imagine, right? Because they were probably spraying him at the same time.
Like you see there, yeah, through the smoke.
That's just unlucky.
Yeah, very, very unfortunate for Na'Vi. But it will be North securing their first round now in round number 7. And Na'Vi, they might be 6-1 up, but a few of these rounds, at least recently, have come down to the wire. So the money isn't really there over on this CT side. They've got an investment in this round. But if North are able to pick this one up, this can be them now starting to find some success, starting to chain some rounds together over on the T side.
Yeah. I was a little worried at 6-0, Harry, because being real, the most convincing round we saw from North was still that Glock round in number 2. But finally at least getting something on the board. And you do have to remember as well, this is their pick. This is their T side of their map pick. You hope for a little bit more for the side of North, even though they are up against the Titans that are Na'Vi. Another one of these heavy A-long setups. Simple's hanging around the toilets with his AWP, and he's going to re-aggress. He could catch a timing to Kiebi. Oh, he didn't spot him. Kiebi did, though. It looked like he was on Simple's screen, but now he looks back into the flashbang and will have to fall off as he gets fully blinded. In the meantime, North are ready to hit this site. Electronic again, same position, no teammates to kill nearby, and they're going to flash through. He'll avoid it. Valdi's there. He gets the kill, doubles it, and they're still coming through the smoke, but they've slowed down. That's giving room for Electronic to triple. AK out, 1 HP. Yugi does get the trade, but this is all the info Na'Vi need.
But in the meantime, Kiebi has alleviated a lot of this pressure. He's pulled it back into a 2-on-2. This bomb still dropped, however, inside of the A site, and 20 seconds left. North have to retrieve that. And really, I think they're going to have to try and win this one on the back of eliminations. But Yugi, he's certainly rising to the occasion. 10 seconds left. Edward trying to play for the time. Tagged through the smoke, but he's dropped the bomb. And now he's hiding. Yugi, he has to find the kill, and he's going to get it with just enough time left. North, they get that second round. Yugi popping off at the end. 3 kills for him in that one. And, I mean, he just is the savior of North when they needed him to be there.
Yeah, that was some real indecision, right? The first couple of players going through the smoke, and they both go down to Electronic, and then you can start seeing, I think it was AZ, like, reconsidering, do I want to go through this? You've got to make the decision, whatever you do. He hung around in the edge of the smoke, his barrel stuck through, and Electronic finds another kill. So, a bit messy there from North, maybe hoping the flashbangs would be a little bit more effective, as Electronic wasn't blinded this time. So finally Na'Vi's money has been broken, and now this game starts for real, at least for the side of North, who do have an anti-eco to attempt to build up their money. Flashing their way into long and trying to gain this map control. Simple's on the other side, and he will get blinded. That's awful timing from him, and he got spotted. That tree is wall-bangable, and AZ will take him down. So man advantage, a lot of control afforded. The bomb has been spotted, which will force Na'Vi's hand in terms of rotating, but are they going down towards B? They're all rotating down towards B. I guess they're playing the big mind games, which is, we saw the bomb, North knew we saw the bomb, so will North rotate down towards B while they expect us to go A? It's really convoluted, but that's like the mind games you have to play when you're this deep in Counter-Strike. But no, North just commit to their crawl up or towards A. They will get that site for free. Bomb plant and everything behind it. Third round looking likely for the Danes.
Yeah, I mean, this is where for Na'Vi, they're not too disappointed that they went for that B gamble, right? As you say, there was a bit of a mind game in it, and now they just hold on to these USPs. Now, it's not really going to make any difference, but, it does just mean that they don't give over the kill bonus, I guess. The $300 isn't really too valuable. It was more just hoping that they walked into a stacked bomb site and were able to find a few.
The argument is, whatever you stack, on a round like this, one-on-ones, you're never going to win. The only way you're going to get any damage is if you have multiple players facing one man at a time, and that's just their intention. Just group up, stack, and try and overwhelm North.
It's literally the hyena mentality in the wild, right? You stick as a pack. You hunt in a pack, Because a 1v1 between a hyena and a...
And a what?
And a lion.
Hyenas fight.
And a
Do
lion.
hyenas fight lions?
They might, mate. If they were hungry enough, I bet they would.
And they probably lose.
And North the lions. So actually very topical, as it turns out.
But I don't think hyenas fight lions. I might be wrong. I think they kill gazelle.
I think if you're a hyena, it's just sort of whatever you can get your hands on.
Yeah, but that's like David going up and being like, yo, Goliath, you want on? I mean, he did do that.
Yeah, he did.
But he probably shouldn't have, being real. Like in a realistic David Goliath will slap David out. He will knock him down, Harry. So in reality, I don't think hyenas want to fight lions.
I mean, we could have this debate all day long. Neither one of us actually knows the answer.
Yeah,
so
I mean, they might. I might just be ignorant.
Hearing like two people with no knowledge on a topic try and speak about that topic is what an analyst desk with you and I on would look like. But no, it's Na'Vi on the back of that quick pause, taking another buy rather. The AWP going to be out in the hands of Simple. Electronic, he's got an AWP, but he doesn't have armor behind it. Curious decision there. I think that's because he was the man to drop the AWP over to Simple.
Yes.
So they put a lot of stake in getting Simple his weapon of choice, and with good reason. He's already able to open this round up. Yugi falling within the opening segments of the round. North now having to try and play into this in a 4v5. And it's the first time, really, we've seen kind of an early duel with these AWPs go down over towards mid. Does catch North a bit off guard, perhaps, and now they're going to set up over here toward the B bomb site. Lying in wait, however, is this three-man stack from Na'Vi, so it's not going to be an easy one for the Danes.
Valdi's even taken the AWP as well from the hands of Yugi, so that will be something to look out for in this round. Na'Vi still with 3 players on this lower bomb site, and North looking ready to go in, but they're just hoping someone from Na'Vi feeds them in some info, feeds them a kill. Electronic playing that armless AUG down in the pit as well. He can try and isolate headshot angles from behind that barrier. Flamey, he'll be the first point of contact, and a very off angle for him to do so. They'll duck below it. He doesn't react. He must have been looking at the minimap all the time. Flash in, he's forced back. Electronic drops the bomb, and that's a very awkward position. He can cover that from that little gap down in the pit. Na'Vi going to get aggressive behind the smoke as well, but they've been flashed off. In the meantime, Zeus dodges it, and he does get the frag. Traded it eventually, but the lineup not connecting for AZ, and he will be also finished off. Valdi alone with the AWP, and Simple sending him packing. 3 kills on his own AWP off of that rotate from heaven, and Na'Vi, they are just looking so at home here on Overpass. It may not be their map pick, but it also may not matter.
I mean, yeah, it's always been a good map for Na'Vi, right? It's one that we've seen them pick into a hell of a lot throughout the Pro League thus far as well. So it was a pretty ballsy decision from North to have this be their map pick, but clearly it's one that they're looking to try and make maybe a bit of a staple with Valda as the IGL.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you know, with this new team and new roles, they have no idea what their map pool is. I'm sure they have preference on what they like, but, you know, you need to play everything in officials before you really have an idea. And Yugi, that's a great way to start. Fast up short, taking down Flamey. Second time he's done that as well here on this T side, and it may just spur North to go for the push. Oh, and Edward just missing the timing. He was looking at Monster all around. The 1 second he peels away, that's when they push. So he does still manage a 1-for-1. And actually North, usually it's been wherever they've shown their hand initially, they've just dedicated to time and time again. So Na'Vi do you run the risk of maybe over-rotating a bit?
I think that's off the back of one of the Na'Vi players on short on A, ran back once those kills came on B. Kiebi was in the connector, and he would have heard those rotations. So going to North, well, we know they're going B, obviously, with those picks going the way of North, but let's abuse the fact that this rotation has come through. The issue is, Harry, if you go back up towards A, look who is on the other side.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Zeus and Electronic, they just had a bit of a scout down towards short. They didn't spot anyone. So now they've rotated both players back up. North really have taken their time. Zeus is going to be playing from the heavens, so he'll be very, very fast at helping out inside of A. All that is required of Electronic and Simple is that they can buy a bit of time. Simple, fully flashed, still laying waste to North as they try and take this bomb site. They do tap the bomb, but Zeus here and the AWPs maybe proving to be a bit too much for North. Yugi left in this 1v2, and Zeus catching the timing as he tries to swap out to the AK. Yugi was hoping that by firing a shot off with the AWP, getting the quick switch onto that rifle, he would bait the peek either from Simple or Zeus, and he did, but maybe not anticipating that repeat to come in so quickly from the IGL over on the side of Na'Vi.
We call that the twists. He's the only player I've actually seen ever make that work. There's a clip in Dust 2 Tunnels. But yeah, I mean, 1 second later, and he probably gets away with that kill as well, or at least has a chance to fight. That AK wasn't readied yet. He needed just another half a second. Electronic tries to PK this time, but Flash will hold him back. Doesn't want to commit. Yugi, no AWP either here. He's finally down to a pistol as the money has come back to bite North in these last couple of rounds. 8-3 up. No surprise to see that factor. Simple with the tag, but no kill behind it. Gade gets put to 20. We should now see this AK thrown over to Gade, and yeah, thrown to Yugi rather, and yeah, he'll give him the Deagle instead. Low HP, Bogdaning it. AWP moving over to the toilets here up on A, but the thing is, no one's on long right now. Na'Vi have rotated Zeus up to pivot between the two.
And that allows for this double toilet setup at the same time for Na'Vi. In the meantime, they're even peering around B short, taking those jump spots. So lots of info for Na'Vi and the kill behind it.
Oh, that nade. Oh, not actually going to find Gade. They do get through long. It's just these AWPs have been so good at picking away. Oh, but there's the response. Yugi and Valde try and get the job done. They're not ready for Electronic down in the toilets. However, he will just blindside that attempted play. And Na'Vi in with another round here. We might have seen a few in a row go the way of North, but since getting that double AWP back in play on the Na'Vi side, or even a solitary AWP on Simple was enough to kickstart it. But since moving into this double AWP setup, you know, throwing that around between Zeus and actually in that round there, Flamey, they've been finding a lot of success on the back of it. And now, once again, money problems for North, as you highlighted in the round prior. Looking like they might just try an immediate B play.
Got the util, AZ outside of long and the rest in short, so just smokes and mollies going over here for North, trying to get that bomb plant if they can. Flamey's close on the site. The flashes are fully blinding Na'Vi, but it's not stopping them from getting kills, nor the smokes. Flamey right through it, and I wouldn't even say that's a bad execute from North at all. Na'Vi just shredded them, fully blinded, through smokes, and a flawless round on the anti-eco. It doesn't get easier than that.
Yeah, and I feel like, you know, for North, this is kind of a bit of a trial by fire here in the Pro League, right? You know, obviously, first time, at least in this season of Pro League, that we've seen Valor in that IGL position and seeing Yugi in this squad. This was our first chance to look at them. And the thing is, right, when you've got a newly appointed IGL like Valde in this situation versus a squad like Na'Vi, who already are considered to be one of the best teams in the world, the fact that they're firing on all cylinders and they're just kind of playing this very, very confident, I wouldn't even say no respect style of CS, because they are giving a lot of respect away at North. Just the reads have been so good from Na'Vi, right? So I don't really know how you kind of counteract this if you're Valde, because it's not like you have this kind of plethora of ideas with this squad that you know, oh, we do this thing that always works, because, you know, you've only been a team for the last couple of weeks, at least in this iteration right now. So doesn't help, by the way, that two players, I mean, one that we always say is very, very consistent within North is Gade. He is struggling early on. He's got 1 kill to his name, and narrowly behind him, Kierby with 2 kills. He's someone who we kind of look towards to maybe take this star role away from Valde. Looking like a better start in this round, though, as Kierby and Yugi have opened things up.
That wallbang through the door with the AWP tags Flamey to 39. No info, just blind through the door. Flamey, that rotation is definitely going to be heard. I wonder if North are going to commit towards B off just the back of that 1 footstep towards spawn. It's going to be at least info for Valde. And as the player with not only the bomb, but also the brain behind North, he is going to be able to relay that to his team. They're still defaulting right now, though, seeing if Na'Vi decide to get aggressive in this 3-on-4. It's been something Na'Vi have been doing time after time. And I like this gamble from Na'Vi. B has been a far easier point to hold on for them, so fully stacking up on A with 3 players, just hoping it's the right call to make. Thing is, they'll definitely at least look in towards B for a retake if they do lose that site, and that seems to be an eventuality here with already players creeping up towards it. Daisy going through Monster and Gade, he's trying to fake A with utility. Molotov up on the dumpster, will miss. So Flamey's given a second chance. Simple won't spot that player with a flashbang coming through, and there's been very little response from Na'Vi here. They just bunker down, hold on, but with 20 seconds left, North are already walking into this B site.
Yeah, Na'Vi, they took this gamble. They put all their eggs in one basket with all 3 players up inside of A. You are looking towards Simple now to try and find something, but with Heaven being smoked off, he won't be able to. And Na'Vi, they have money, and they know that North don't, so it's likely that we do see them give this a look in at the very least, right? You want to try and take some of these weapons away if you can. And with no one overextending, Na'Vi now not really hearing much, not really getting all too much of an opportunity to find kills in this retake. They will just back away and elect to hold on to these rifles.
See, that's the thing for Na'Vi. They don't know how long or how deep North have gotten inside of this bomb site. Simple's even looking towards Graffiti on his right in that little corner, hoping that someone from North gives him a kill. And that's what holds Na'Vi back there. It's the lack of info. They never had anyone down towards B in that round, so North could have had it far before that bomb came down, but it was the execute and that 4-on-3 to work out for North. They get another one on this T side, starting to look a little bit more alive in at the end of this half, but with a 5-round maximum, that might be enough to drag them forward, assuming they can get a pistol on the top of it. So let's see if North have got it in them to take this last round of the half and give us a real game here.
And that's the thing, I mean, if kind of how we've seen Na'Vi look in the Pro League on this map repeats itself, it was a story of always having a very, very good CT side, and then it kind of fell apart, moving into those T sides. So, a 5-10 half for North, definitely recoverable, and considering this was a 6-0 lead for Na'Vi at one point in time, it was looking incredibly one-sided. They've done a good job of at least recovering to a doable situation. Simple posted up over at long. And they might just run in to this man. Flash is raiding over the top. Simple flashed off, still able to find one. Bit more damage onto Valde. Now looking to try and get out of danger. And with this smoke falling in mid, he's very worried that there could be players on the other side of it. Zeus now posting up over at long. Is in quite a bit of danger here. He doesn't have a player inside of the bomb site to go for the sort of bait and switch setup, so he's holding a bit of an off angle. Kierby pushing up through the toilets in the meantime, will win that fight onto Electronic. And now there's 4-on-4. This is where Zeus's forward position over at long gets very risky, and Simple giving up another kill the way of North. Zeus will swing out and bring us back to a 3-on-3 at the very least. This bomb's going to duck away from A and down toward the B bomb site now, where Flamey sits alone. He should hear these rotations coming in. So Na'Vi already looking to stock this B bomb site with players, and Flamey, he has opened up with a kill.
Yeah, but there's 15 seconds left. North, they can't stop. They have no choice with those flashbangs landing perfectly for Na'Vi. 10 seconds, and Woods dropped another. Valde still low from that AWP shot initially, and Na'Vi will close it out. 11-4 in the half. What a storming start here from this CIS roster. They are setting a precedent on Overpass. North's map pick, and down by quite a bit. Let's see if they can pull things back in just a moment with that second half.
Dancing on my own when you spill that ramen coke on my t-shirt. Yeah, your eyes made it difficult to get my baby. And the next thing I knew, we were so ready to give in, skin to skin on that baseline. Ooh, you give me that high pitch feel, baby. We shared a cigarette, that is first sight. The way you looked at me, couldn't say goodbye. And whatever you did to make it stop, 'cause baby, you make me feel something. And the next thing I knew,
And well, a naughty Na'Vi navigate their way to an 11-4 half. North, I tried to get more ends in there, and I couldn't. But I just,
too much alliteration.
Yeah, too much. North, they are staring down the barrel of a difficult game to get back into. Currently 7 rounds behind, but they are moving into the CT side of their map pick. This is where we need to see why North picked into this map, what the game plan was. And also, I'm looking at Gade to have a recovery here because he's usually someone who we can rely on in this North squad to put up reasonably consistent numbers for them. You can see the odds on the screen massively favoring the Na'Vi side, and at this scoreline, considering it's North's map pick, I think that is very justifiable indeed. This round, Kjaerbye and AZ already clearing short water, allows for this early rotation up to the A bomb site from North.
I like already starting into this pistol. North have put a lot of focus on taking map control. They sent 4 players down towards B initially to get into short. Now they've gone for the double rotate back up, so still somewhat committed towards this B site, but Na'Vi have yet to make the decision on where they want to go. They've got Electronic holding B default. At any point, that bomb can be grabbed by the likes of Zeus, and he can take it through the connector to either parts of the map. Na'Vi definitely more focused up on A right now, but there's the first kill. Ooh. Zeus will check the boost. Unorthodox. Now he knows there's a second player down there as well. AZ's going to have to fight for his life. He can't even get back. Zeus is having an unbelievable game right now. 17 kills on the captain. He started things off on the CT pistol with 3, and he's already got 2 just here and now. Valde does trade as North get aggressive back on A, but Na'Vi can just hit B. The only thing they're lacking is the bomb.
Yeah, and that's a pretty big thing to lack. They do have to go back and get it. In 25 seconds here, time is a real problem. Na'Vi, they were 5v3 on the back of Zeus. Simple, while he might have snuck out into A, Yugi still in this forward position down in toilets. 14 seconds, this bomb has to go down. Simple has to get this kill, and Electronic is there to help out. The bomb plant now can look to come in. To say this is down to the wire is being generous. Na'Vi, calculated. Valde does manage to delete Simple. Electronic in with the trade, and it's Gade 1v2. We've been wanting him to step up, and now would be a more important time than ever. Bomb down and ticking away. Electronic and Zeus still to find. No defuse kit either. No smoke to try and nullify this man. But Gade, there's one looking for Zeus, and he gets them both. North, they find the pistol. A 5-11 scoreline locked in. And from here, they can look to try and build up. Over on their CT side, Electronic and Zeus landing some phenomenal shots, but it's just not enough.
Yeah, that was messy. It almost looked like at one point Na'Vi wanted to go down towards that B site, but it was the lack of bomb and the realization that, okay, the only map control we actually have is Simple pushed up on A long. Zeus gets 2 kills down on B, and if Na'Vi have the bomb and connected there, I guarantee they hit that site straight away, but almost comes back to bite them. I mean, it still does at the end of the round with Gade finding that clutch. And as you said, Harry, that's what we wanted. That's what we needed for North if they were to have any stake in this game. Not only the pistol, but Gade's resurgence in the second half. And both of those things have at least been locked in for now. Thing is, Na'Vi have forced up. Bomb plant and the pistol, that's essentially like a full buy for them. 3 rifles. Edward and Flamey taking the hit. Usually I question Zeus being on one of these 3 rifles, but with the game he's having, absolutely no way. He's on 17 kills. Had some great pistol rounds as well. But not enough for Na'Vi to take the lead into the second half. However, that doesn't matter for the time being. Still 6 rounds ahead. North, no info up on A, and Na'Vi starting to slow their default up into this A site.
Man, it used to be the case that, IGLs, at least, you think back to when someone like Pronax and stuff used to play, right? IGLs, it used to be kind of accepted that they might be pretty quiet. Well, look at this. You got Valde IGLing over on North. He's like, was the star player of this team. Zeus is fragging out for Na'Vi. Think about it. You got Carrigan and Mousesports, for example, having a fantastic time. IGL's like, they're the new big-time fraggers of this year. That's what it's feeling like. Simple. Aggressing alongside the rest of the Na'Vi squad. This boost from Valde spotted and dealt with. Simple actually doubling up on the entry, and this A bomb site has crumbled. Simple, what can you do to stop this man when he's hitting shots like that? The hat trick. And already for North, they are locked out of this round. Almost no doubt about it. AZ and Gade all the way down on B. AZ's looking to try and retrieve one of these weapons, but he shouldn't be able to get away with anything.
There's one, but the trade should be imminent. There it is from Flamey in response. And I was going to say that North gave Simple 3 1-on-1s, but that didn't happen. Simple took 3 1-on-1s, just holding W into that bomb site and clearing every single North member. This is the ace up your sleeve when you have the best player in the world on your roster, and Na'Vi show it time and time again. With the force buy win here, they'll take 12 on this T side. We say North needed the pistol round to get back into this matchup, well, maybe that's not even going to help them. So dominant right now for Na'Vi, and it is only about to get worse. North's money is run dry. Now, I imagine they just force buy here and play for the 14-5 before they have full rifles. Considering they save one FAMAS as well, that would make some sense. But yeah, I mean, what can you do here? You're so far down. You've got to play almost essentially for overtime for the rest of this map. And everyone on Na'Vi that we need is stepping up.
And if you recall, towards the end of the first few weeks, Na'Vi headed into the... Oh, Yugi, nice shot to open things up for North. Na'Vi, they headed into those last few games saying they were going to experiment. And that was what we saw Zeus actually top fragging. And the big meme was, you know, is that the change? But he's actually keeping it up now. You know, even coming back, it's been a few weeks. And he's sitting top of the server right now. Now, already losing Flamey early on in this round has slowed the pace of Na'Vi down somewhat, but there is Zeus, speak of the devil, and he shall appear. Back into this 4-on-4. Bit of damage exchange between Yugi and Electronic over in middle. It's triple hold over towards the A side of things, featuring Yugi, Kirby, and Valda, a terrifying one to run into, but that AUG on the back of Gade now starting its rotation up as well. 50 seconds left. Na'Vi, they've still got time to change their mind here if they would like. The issue is they don't know where North are. They don't really have the information. You can see Electronic is still holding this potential wrap all the way through T-ramp.
Only Simple trades out an AK for a scout. Ooh. Zeus, does he realize? Now he does. That smoke's given away Gade's position. He can spam through it, but instead he'll opt for utility. That's not going to work, at least for the time being. Damage back from that HE grenade. 20 seconds now. Na'Vi have to go. They love leaving it late, but it may still be enough time for them. Entry kill for Edward. Bomb's been dropped. Gade is going to get a response. They need to pick that up. This kill can change the entire round. If Gade can take down the man on long, the North have picked it up, but they killed everyone else except him. He will be the final man to fall. Valda with a double up in the toilets, and North do get it done. This force by war is not over yet, Harry. We assume that maybe this would have gone 14 rounds up for Na'Vi before North had another rifle round, but they'll get it done with the force buy.
Yeah, that's why that kind of, you know, very typical slow Na'Vi playstyle that we've seen them doing, you know, it really does come back to hurt them. It gave so much time for North to get those players into the A side of things, and the second you see, you know, those players pushing up through short and long with only 20 seconds left, you know it has to be the A commitment. And so Na'Vi really just having no time, having to just try and barrel into that bomb site, into a very unknown piece of territory. They do get punished for it. Still fielding a buy here, and it is back to this slow start from them. Creeping on out into mid. They get this area for free. No one challenging over at long, but that is something Na'Vi have to be worried about until they clear it. Instead, it's a very passive approach on either side of the equation. North just hunkered down in these bomb sites, not looking to give up any kills initially. The only man right now who could be in some danger is Yugi. Posted up to try and keep an eye on this connector / short position. Actually does start to fall back at just the right time.
Na'Vi found themselves outside of B. 45 seconds, and the re-aggression from AZ catches some info. He spots one player down bottom con. Ooh, Valdi, nice shot as well. Reaction onto Edward with the tap. And Zeus is coming his way as well. Valdi's not done with just that. Double in the toilets before Kirby eventually gets dropped, but it's still a two-man advantage for North, and only 30 seconds left for Na'Vi to make something happen. They're being flanked by Valdi as we speak. And two players up on the A site defending this plant. I think Na'Vi have bailed.
Oh, and Valda, he went on that lengthy wrap down through long. He will get a kill on the back of it. The AWP carried forward, but Na'Vi still giving a lot of respect the way of the Danes. I would love to see, you know, what a faster play from Na'Vi could yield them here. Because it does feel like, you know, they take this default early. North haven't really been too keen on challenging, right? They have just been kind of playing within these bomb sites. And it's when we see North try and collapse in those 5-on-5s into a site that they do get punished, and it's been happening time and time again. That round there, it was as they were leaving the default, as they were trying to then take control of Connector, maybe looking to have this end in an A play, that Valde was able to catch the timing onto Zeus, onto Edward. And I tell you what, I mean, even if he didn't manage to get as many kills as he did, Valde's positioning over towards long was so valuable because Na'Vi knew he was there. So they had to constantly bear in mind, okay, he could be playing long corner, he could be wrapping our toilets, he could be wrapping our party.
And, you know, just his position there as well allows for the rest of his team to even rotate two more players off of that, or one more player off of that B bomb site as well. They had at the 20-second mark when Na'Vi were about to walk towards A, 2 players committed. So really, if Na'Vi walk up there, chances are they probably lose that round anyway. And they made the right call of deciding to back off. But losing one on the exit, luckily saving the AWP, and another force buy behind just that one gun.
And the reason why I'm saying I'd love to see a faster round now from Na'Vi. Think about the one round they've got on the T side. What was the recipe there? Simple, just holding W, running into the A bomb site, tapping on heads. And so we might finally get to see a bit of a faster round here. Ooh. That flash misses, and that's a pretty big kill to hand away of Na'Vi early.
It wasn't even the flash that missed, it was just AZ looked into it.
Yeah, I think he peaked, too soon. And, you know, he stayed committed. I admire his dedication, but yeah, it will end up with him falling. Flamey now has this weapon to work with. Valdes spotted, but does come up better in that trade, bringing Edward down to just 1 point of health. 3 players inside of the B site, and they're now spotting a lot of T's trying to get in, but it's simple to open up. The nades raining through are finding damage. Electronic going to shut down Kirby, and this was the force around the orb. Finding success. Yugi trying to save the day. Now every one of these players very low. Valde and Yugi trying to mop this up, trying to get a leash back on Na'Vi, but a great shot from Simple. And now it is Yugi alone, but he's fast on this wrap, and he might have just caught a timing. Simple leaving long, wrapping back up to short. He's trying to find Electronic, the man who just got this bomb down, and he has a great idea where he is.
Yeah, Electronic has no idea as well. Yugi's trying to close the gap, but he can't afford to give himself up to short. That's where Simple sits and gets the trade immediately after. 3 kills to the AWP is Simple, and that was almost a 2-on-5 victory for North. They bring it down to a 1-on-1. So great effort from the 2 there on that B bomb site. Obviously helped out by the fact that a lot of damage came through from the side of North that wasn't necessarily converted into kills until those nades started dunking in for Yugi. But yeah, as said, Harry, just a faster round for Na'Vi. They stopped doing this slow A control where they give time for North to get aggressive elsewhere on the map and react and stack. They just go outside of B, they throw all their flashes in, and they take out North sitting on the site. 13-7. Still plenty of room for North to keep this one up. They found a couple of rounds in a row, so they will be able to buy here. Won't be perfect, but in this game, the CT side did begin well for them with a pistol, but it was Na'Vi's force buy to upset things. And only 3 rounds away from a victory as well. Certainly seems capable for Na'Vi to do this, but North aren't going to stop believing now with a couple more rifle rounds left in this matchup. Oof. Yeah, this is worse than I thought. Rough one. 3 Famises.
Then again, I mean, it's not to say that Na'Vi's buy is anything special. You know, you've got the AWP on Simple, but that's really it. So both teams kind of heading into this one with a very weak buy, and this could be either where we see Na'Vi pull ahead and look to try and finally try and finish off North, or this could be North's means of getting once more a bit more of an edge, making this comeback more and more possible. And a great start from Yugi as he bests Edward. And that gun will be retrieved at least, and now over in the hands of Zeus. Flamey trying to clear connector, but there's a triple stack here. And this is not something that Na'Vi have had to contend with yet. Zeus just barreling up through short. Will blindside Yugi there with the pace, and Electronic, he's helped alleviate even more pressure down in the connector. He's looking to get a bit more done, and there is still AZ waiting here. Only 12 points of health, so one shot's all that required, and Electronic just able to land it. 2v2, and it's Simple and Electronic left standing. These are the two men you would want for the job. Gade and Valde on the receiving end.
Oh no, this timing could be everything. Valde's coming on the flank, and it seemed like Na'Vi for a second were looking back up towards A. Simple's going to do exactly that, and he's split up. This is going to be a free bomb for Valde. He spots Simple go down. He won't be able to catch the kill in time, but he will know exactly where this push is going through. Gade, with 20 seconds on this B site, just has to stay alive, has to deny the bomb plant while he waits for Valde on the back. And this is it. This is the kill that's going to win them the round. Valde kills Simple. That's the bomb drop. There's no way for his teammate to pick it back up. And even if he does, Gade's there, not for long. Oh, is there a chance? There might be. Electronic just misses the bomb pick up though, and Valde's going to be able to get the trade. I don't think there was time anyway, but a valiant attempt from Electronic. He gets the first kill through the wall as well, but still, Valde saves that one with the aggression up on long. We've seen him do that, Harry, time and time again, and again it pays off for North.
And that's one of the things, you know, that I do think is pretty exciting about Valde as an IGL, because he's one of these players who is very, very good at knowing where and when he can create space. And that's the sort of information that can be so valuable to someone making the decisions within a team, right? Think about the amount of times we've seen him come in with that long aggression, and it does always seem to be at just the exact right moment, time and time again. And now that situation that we were on about for Na'Vi, you know, it's their economy getting broken, and this is North closing the gap that much more, making this this comeback look more and more doable here.
Certainly with this one being almost for free, Na'Vi just have pistols, no armor, no util, so relying on this deagle of Electronic to try and find opening kills, but North aren't giving them away. Got this bait and switch up on long. Yugi with the AWP, who I will add has had a great game so far. Pretty sure he's a top fragger right now for North, and that should say something when you're up against the AWP of Simple. Boost up on the corner. This could be good. Electronic might find Yugi, but he's watching it. Already posted on the top side, taking him down. There's Kiebi on the corner, and they don't expect it. This is a mop up for North. Not a point of damage done by Na'Vi, and a 9th round taken here on the CT side. Making this game competitive in the second half, Harry, and that's exactly what we wanted. Na'Vi have only found 2 on the T side so far.
And with every one of these rounds that North are able to get, that, you know, in that sort of fashion where they're kept nice and clean, it makes the chances of you to just kind of get that one victory and break the economy of North that much smaller. So Na'Vi, they do at least need to start to make more of these rounds competitive. Two players outside of B initially for the Na'Vi side, the other 3 down in con, so trying to get an immediate foothold over here at the B side of things. Valde and Kiebi have posted themselves up at long, with Yugi keeping an eye on toilets. Now, this long aggression has been doing North a lot of favors, and this round looks like it could be more of the same. If they get the timing right on this, if they decide to continue, they're going to be in a very off position for Na'Vi if they decide to change their mind and maybe look for an A play. With how they're positioned right now, that won't look to be the case. But you can see on the back of Kiebi not hearing any footsteps even out in towards mid. This has facilitated such a heavy rotation from North down towards that B bomb site.
And Zeus, what a time to get an entry. He catches AZ on the corner of short there. Double Molotov going down for North, but it's going to be the A play. Yugi spots it, dropping Simple and the bomb as well. Kiebi on the flank, and he could catch the perfect timing again. Na'Vi seems so indecisive. After getting that pick down on B, they want to fall into it once again, but Kiebi, like Valde was in the previous round, right on their back. Zeus, he needs another kill into this B site right now, and Gade's even got aggressive down in Monster, holding back Electronic. North are not giving any room for Na'Vi. They are being boxed into this bomb site. Kiebi gets a kill from the flank, and now the jig is up. Now Na'Vi know they're surrounded. Kiebi, another frag, and it's just Zeus alone. The man to get the opening kill of this round is left in a 1-on-3.
And with only 7 seconds left, time not in his side, he will plant the bomb. But they're able to deny it, surely. Actually, no, he's got it down. But there's Kiebi arriving from Connector. And once again, it's the unchecked long aggression, allowing Kiebi to pick up 3 kills, or 2 over towards short, and then obviously the 3rd onto Zeus at the end. But a big round from these two once more. You know, Valde making that decision that they were going to continue with this long aggression. It's something that Na'Vi really haven't done a great job of reading just yet.
Yeah, double digits being taken. I mean, at an 11-4, with Na'Vi seemingly at one point running away with this game, I would not have expected North to get this game so close, so competitive. Great CT side from them so far, especially how lost they looked in that first half. It was, you know, towards the end of the T side where they started to realize what was going on and you know, how to get back into it, but only by a small margin. And a small margin, well, that's all that's been separating Na'Vi from a win all half long. 13 rounds, they've sat here for ages and still not being able to break the curse. North nipping at their heels. And another half buy for Na'Vi, so 11 rounds potential for North. But I feel like, you know, if there's any time for Na'Vi, you know, to suddenly speed things up and make it interesting, it would be with a buy like this. Go back towards B, throw one of these heavy executes into the site and try and get a bomb plant. Pick up guns and see what you can do with it. That's exactly seeming to be the game plan for Na'Vi. Lots of nades very early on. Only 2 players committed to the site. North, they've taken a bit of a gamble here and it might not pay off. The smoke on the barrels. AZ making the first contact and he does take down 1. 5-on-3 for North here, and Na'Vi is still committing, but they seem indecisive.
Yeah, I mean now, especially on the back of fighting Valde, they might just decide to leave B. Simple is trying to go for the long card here and just wait.
He has the bomb though.
Ah.
And they know it. They just naded this corner.
Yeah. Oh, are they trying to assemble a little boost to help Simple out? Okay, I can get behind this. There's Electronic. Dispatching of AZ. Gade, timing almost perfect on that flash, but no, Simple. Still discovered, still dealt with. 2v3, rotation has come in. Kierby still away from B, but it doesn't matter. Gade gets the spray. 4 kills for him there. North in with an 11th.
And another huge round from Gade right when we need him most. There were only 2 players on that B bomb site at the start of the round, Harry. If you get B rushed by CZs and there's only 2 players on defense, a lot of the time you're going to fall apart there. So huge round from Gade to keep it alive. And if anything, the player getting caught by the boost is, you know, a blessing in disguise for Gade, because that means Na'Vi don't expect another player up on barrels. It was a player just next to the site. And so Simple getting caught, that bomb getting dropped, and as a result, North pick up the round, 11 on the CT side. And Na'Vi, I mean, this is do or die. You know, they may have a 2-round advantage, but it certainly doesn't feel like that in the second half. It has been all Danish. I was going to say all Dane, but that doesn't really work. That's why you give me the look.
All day and every day.
All day and every day. Nice. Ooh, these flashes again for Na'Vi. Not committing off the back of them though, just trying to force out utility, and that of which North have plenty.
And it almost goes without saying, where have North got 2 players posted up that could go aggressive in a matter of seconds? Over here at long. And I tell you what, we've actually seen them do this exact play time and time again. They leave Kierby on the back of not spotting anyone here with a 2-man setup initially. They now rotate Valde back. He's going to be that 3rd man to go and supplement this B defense. Yugi beginning his rotation. Kierby started to clear mid. History repeating itself, and we saw how this ended last time. But Zeus, we didn't have that the last time this play came through. He's found a double. Yugi and Valde doing what they can to get back into this one, and actually it might be enough, because now Kierby arriving on this flank, and he's got the bomb. Edward now eliminated. This bomb behind enemy lines all of a sudden, and even though they deal with the players in the bomb site, they've still got Kierby left to try and contend with. Smoke on the bomb, 15 seconds. Simple and Flamey left standing, but they're both low.
He's won the round.
Simple falling. There's no time left. Flamey's got to back away and look to try and save Kierby on that long aggression. It has been bailing North out time and time again, and this round is no exception. That long area belongs to Kierby and Valde, and Na'Vi, they just cannot get them off of it.
Zeus must be feeling like how Simple has felt for the past year on this team. Guys, I've gotten 2 entries. Come on, let's hit B. Oh, wait, no, the bomb's in T-spawn. And that's the second round Na'Vi have lost it because of the bomb's position. There was one where they left it outside connector, back on those T-stairs, and with 20 seconds, or 30 seconds, they realized they had B. Zeus, again, in that round, got 2 entries into B, and then they went, oh, we haven't got bomb, and they got caught. So Na'Vi, I mean, these are just mistakes they can't afford to make, Harry. These are ones that we don't expect from this team.
Yeah, exactly.
And not the mistakes that we typically see, you know?
Na'Vi are kind of a team that love to go for a slow start, which is risky in and of itself, but it does mean you have to have one thing, and that's a great knowledge of both where the bomb is and how long those rotations take to come in. And think about the amount of last-second bomb plants we've seen from Na'Vi.
I mean, that's normal. It's nice to at least see they even get the bomb down.
Exactly, whereas right now, it's like, okay, they're getting into the bomb site. There's only 10 seconds left. Oh, but the bomb is 40 seconds away, so...
Yikes. And this is an incredible comeback from North so far. Another opening kill from Gade. He's been the pillar on this B bomb site time and time again. And he's not done here, Harry. Looking to take another fight through that smoke maybe, but Na'Vi won't give it to him. They've already backed off. This time looking at A, it's been quite a while since we've seen this site be a point of contention. But Kjaerbye, did he realize? Did he see Edward get into that corner? Oh, because he's gotten into his own. Edward needs to check this one on the left. 40 seconds. And that timing couldn't be worse for Kjaerbye. Edward was already on the angle. Yugi trying to move back in to trade things out. But he's been caught by the fact that Flamey's pushed up on the site as well. There's so many T's and he's dropped the bomb. Yugi eventually traded, but Valdi's up in the bank and he is making it rain for North. Another frag. And now just Edward alone. 1-on-3, 20 seconds. He may have the bomb, but he doesn't even want it. Grabs the AWP and tucks tail. North have found 13. They've equalized it. Incredible.
And I think it really speaks volumes just how much we've seen Na'Vi save. And, you know, sometimes even it's in more doable situations than this. It just so often comes down to a lack of time. This round, that, you know, they try and pick up the pace. Yugi catches a great timing to drop Simple and that bomb on its rotation into the site. It looked like for Na'Vi, they'd actually kind of, you know, broken the barriers over at A. You open up onto Kjaerbye. Yugi gets caught by how close they are inside of the bomb site. He wasn't ready for that at all, but he was able to reposition and actually gets an incredibly important kill. Because had Simple gone unchecked, or, you know, we just seen Yugi 1-for-1 on maybe a player into the bomb site, it wouldn't have had the same implications, because you saw Na'Vi, they suddenly had to turn their attention towards not only trying to clear all those angles at bank and truck, but you had to then try and grab the bomb. And it was in amongst that confusion that the players left inside of the bomb site were able to find the kills to win the round out. So Na'Vi, sure, they saved the AWP, but that's really all they've got to work with in this round.
And you can just see things are a mess now on the Na'Vi side. I mean, Edward's fully bought. Some players are saving. We do have that AWP at least on Simple, but... Oh, of course, no. Edward saved the gun in the previous round. Ignore me, so he got no loss bonus. But still.
And it's always like a bit disheartening, because it's like, you know, I look at this one and it feels like it's relatable as an MM player, right? You know, people aren't taking the bomb. Everyone's just throwing it around because no one wants it.
Someone gets two entries, you lose a round.
Yeah, you know, someone's fall by it. Oh, well, you know, we were meant to eco.
No. Edward didn't fall by it. That's not his fault.
He saved, but kind of would have ruined the metaphor.
Yeah. Well, an entry not going the way of Na'Vi. North pick up the first defensive kill on this site. Na'Vi is still up close, but, well, the thing is, North aren't giving them picks. They're making them commit to taking the bomb site before they show their hand. So hiding, running crossfires within the safety of the site. North have a 4-on-3, and Simple's been timed. Valdi with a peek. Kjaerbye locks down long, and Zeus spamming all he can, but he won't be able to get the kill. North, they take the lead. 14-13 for the first time this map. North are in control by the numbers.
And let's not forget, they were 6-0 down at one point in time. It was an 11-4 half.
Yeah. And then remember, they were 11-4 half, Harry. They win pistol, but they lose to the force buy of Na'Vi. And, you know, that's actually losing the second round after winning pistol, in my opinion, is worse than losing pistol, because it can so often bait you into these buys that actually, you know, makes you double eco in the end, especially as a CT. If you lose that second round and then you buy up and you lose that, you have a double eco. So it's rough. It can be really, really rough. But North, they've done the best job they can with the cards that's been dealt. And 14-13, they now hold victory lane. Let's see if Na'Vi even know the postcode. No AWP. Utility's okay, but not perfect.
And look, this long aggression back in from Valde. and from Kirby, but finally Zeus is able to deal with one of these men. Now, let's not forget, we haven't really seen Na'Vi adapt to this at any point, so I'm not sure they're going to be aware that this is normally something Valde and Kirby have been moving into together, and they don't clear Valde. That could be huge, as he is now the fly in the ointment, the wolf in sheep's clothing behind enemy lines.
Oh no.
He doesn't seem aware that a player could be up through the toilets. Yugi will help alleviate some pressure, but Simple, quick double. And now we have to see what this flank from Valde can do for North. He'll hop on down and will delete Electronic. But it's still just him and Gade, 2v3 in this retake. Bomb goes down now. Na'Vi might finally reach a 14th. They might be able to equalize this up. They know where Valde is at a 1v3, even for a man who's 29 and 18 on the scoreboard, is a very tall order indeed. It takes them a very long time, but finally that long play, the play up from short works out, and they will pick up a 14th.
Imagine if you're North in this situation, you lose the game 16-14. That is going to be heartbreaking. They've clawed this all the way back, and Na'Vi finally picking up around here on this T side. See Kane being very vocal as well. This is still doable for either side. North have that bank of money left up from the streak of rounds they've had in this second half. And Na'Vi keep enough players as well to facilitate their full buy into round number 29. Everything to play for here. Map 1 of a best of 3, Harry. So what a series we have today. And there were so many question marks being brought into this group. You know, where are North going to stand with this new roster? Where are Big and Heroic going to stand with their new rosters? And will Na'Vi be able to take the top spot like we expect? Well, so far that's already being thrown into question. 14-14, the last 2 rounds of this map, at least for regulation. And with it all to play for here.
And I mean, this is such a heartbreaking round for whichever team loses this, because both teams' economies are just gone. So whoever loses this one is force buying into the next. And that is going to put you at such a huge disadvantage into round number 30. Valde, what a time to reach a 30 bomb of his own. He finds Flamey through the wall bang, kickstarts this kind of shoddily bought round, but an important one for the North squad with a man advantage. And they've been so good at picking these up. Simple on the entry, missed shot initially, and now this player over at Barrels, Gade, still allowed to stick around, drops that smoke to try and ward off any Molotovs that might look to come his way. Rotations are already here for North, but it's Edwards to open up. Molotov doesn't work. That's because Gade dropped that smoke earlier, and Zeus should see him over the top of the box, but Gade now emerging. The unknown factor, Electronic with a double kill. Yugi and Kirby in the hot seat, and there's Yugi delivering. It's Simple on the other side to try and clutch. And if there ever was a man for the job, it is going to be Simple, but this is no easy feat indeed. Pushing up, Kirby hold in the angle, and who wins this fight? Simple does, now down to the 1v1. Yugi on the other side, and Simple gets past. He's gotten by, but Yugi from the heavens, map point for North, 15-14. They've broken the economy of Na'Vi. And now they sit one away from taking this map, a map that they were 6-0 down on at one point in time. They went 4-11 in the half. And they are the first team to arrive at map point.
And there were balls on Simple there, right? Jumping across the site of Yugi to try and get that bomb. He then takes the fight, but Yugi shutting down the best player in the world with the AWP. Not many players can say they've taken that in the one-on-one. And North, 15-14. The edge. No warp here for Na'Vi either. Simple's got to be very careful in this corner. North have a heavy B site set up right now with 3 players committed up close. They don't want any chance of Na'Vi blanketing this bomb site with pistols. And down towards B is where Na'Vi have all 5 of the players. This might be info for North. Big entry from Simple. Traded back though. Electronic dead. And Simple can't follow up. The 2 best players of Na'Vi have been taken out. Zeus has had a great game, so it's maybe time for him to step up. But it's just him left up. Valde takes down Edward. And Zeus in a 1-on-3 to keep this map alive. It's not meant to be. Yugi will find him. And North, 16-14. That was an 11-4 half for Na'Vi after the first. And they will fall apart. What a resurgence from the Danish. And now we have a real best of 3 on our hands. North taking their map pick. Na'Vi's up.